Hello everyone, good evening. Today I'm coming here live for the first time here, and hello everyone, hello, good evening. Well, let me know the viewers if I am audible, whether you can hear my voice or not. Okay. Hello everyone, very good evening. I am Shahil and I am a student of the course SSSEC English Mastery Online. Today here in this live session, I'll be sharing about my experience of the journey, and as well as I will be sharing how I took the journey of 1 year, how I have completed the journey of more than 1 year, and how I have started speaking and how to speak. Well, I can see 5 people are watching. Hello, everyone. If you can hear my voice, please type yes. Okay, I can see Kanaklata commenting good evening. Good evening, Kanaklata, Sagorika, Tina Das, Ananya Chaudhary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. I hope I'm audible and you can hear my voice. All right. Thank you once again, Kanaklata, Sagorika, Tina, Ananya. Thank you so much. All right. So, how are you spending these days of lockdown? And when it comes to speaking, what are you doing? First of all, let me tell you that the days that we are spending, the time that we are spending these days, and I feel that we are staying much of the time at home, and we feel like lazy, that we are not doing anything which is productive. But what we have to do is that we have to see our adversity as an opportunity. Yes, this is the period of lockdown. This is something where we have to stay at home, but we have to make this an opportunity to learn something, an opportunity to grow. All right. I can see Dhruvajyoti sir. Thank you so much. Kanaklata, Ananya, Sagarika, please be here. And thank you so much for joining this live session. All right. So through this very live session, I'll be sharing about my journey, my experience, how I started speaking, and most importantly, how to speak, how to become a speaker. And before starting the session, let me tell you that I don't consider myself to be a good speaker, by the way. I'm someone who has just begun his journey. I'm someone who is just a learner. So it's been more than 1 year that I am recording videos. It's been more than 1 year that I am trying to learn the very skill of communication. So how to speak, how to become a speaker, what did I do? Now, when we try to take action, when we try to achieve something, when we want to acquire a skill, before going to do that, before going to acquire that very skill, for example, the skill of speaking, we have to know the very necessity. We have to know whether it is important for us or not, how important it is. Now, let me tell you, allow me to share one story of myself. What happened to me and what did I do? Are you interested to know my story when I was a terrible speaker. I was not being able to speak properly. My viewers, please type yes if you want to listen. Thank you so much, Manas. Thank you so much, Saityanat. Thank you so much. Okay, there is a question from B English speaker vlog. Sir, for say hard word in faster, what we have to do? Please tell. Okay, I'll be coming back to your question. Please stay tuned. Okay, all right. I'm getting yeses from Manas, from Vipul sir. Thank you so much, Vipul sir, for watching. Thank you so much, Ananya, for commenting. Yes, I'm getting yeses. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Rubu sir, for commenting. Okay. So, no, let me share this story. You know what happened actually when I was a terrible speaker. I couldn't speak properly, and if I have to say precisely, I failed to speak. It was the year 2018, and I just completed my graduation. I completed my graduation in English from my native college, Bornover College. And when the result was declared, I got first class, and I was invited in a program, in a felicitation program, where students securing good marks are felicitated. They are given this very encouragement to do more in their life. So it was a program where I was invited to get felicitated, and I really liked it. And I went to the program. I really wanted to enjoy the program. And among the guests there, one of the guests was our mentor Monul Ali sir, and he was giving speech in English. He was giving speech in really good and tremendous English. He was speaking so well, and he was inviting the students one by one, those who secured good marks and those who were being felicitated. Those students were, they were called upon the stage and to give a speech. And there came my turn, and I went to the stage, and I had to speak there. And what was asked to me by Monu sir is that he asked me in English that try to say something to the upcoming students, to the upcoming generation of our village, so that they get some kind of motivation. Share your story. Tell them something about why they should study. And I felt really good that I'm getting this opportunity to address my journey, my life, as something in front of people or students who are coming to stay in the society, who will be the next citizen of our country. And then I went there and I felt really great, and whatever sir has asked, I understood. Whatever Monil sir asked me to do, whatever he asked me to say in the mic, I understood it. And I was about to speak my journey, how I studied, and how should the students study, and what should be in the mindset. And there, most importantly, I failed. It was because I was not having any kind of training. It was because I was not having any kind of practice. I couldn't tell my own story. And right after getting the humiliation on the stage, just because of not being able to speak properly in English, I felt really bad. And after coming back from the stage, I just called. I just called my mentor and I told him that, sir, I wanted to tell so many things there in the stage, but I don't know why I failed. I couldn't speak properly. And in his reply, what he told me is that, anyways, it happens sometimes in life. We don't get, uh, we don't get to do everything that we want. Sometimes it happens. Life is unfair, and something like this, he told me. He just gave me the consolation. And at that time, I felt that yes, this is the time where I think that this is something where I have to work upon, because how can I fail to tell my own story, that how what happened to me, how I studied, and how cannot I address my own people. And there I realized that I lack in speaking. When it comes to speak in English, I am failing, and what I have to do, I have to take action. So this was the time when I realized that I need to get back to my track where I should be doing my practice. I should be concentrating or focusing upon my speaking. Well, I can see it upon Dr. Sir. Thank you so much. Good evening, sir. Moromi Mosam Das, thank you so much. Tina, yes, staying at home, I'm kind of lazy. I have failed to maintain the consistency nowadays. I'm confused what to do. Okay, Tina, yes, you are right. This is, when we are staying at home, we feel like no, not doing anything. But yes, we have the solution. I will be getting back to that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. All right. Okay. So this was the story actually. This was what happened to me. This is where I failed, and most importantly, this was when I realized that I should be giving emphasis upon speaking. So this was the year 2018, and after that I went to study for my masters. I studied MA in English in Berlin University, Kokrazar, and going there in my university also, I had no training on speaking, and all the classes were done in English. The professors were speaking English tremendously that I failed to interact. And again, there also I felt the necessity. So what happened actually? So these are the down phases. These are the downfall where I failed to speak in English. Now let's come back to the turning point, I should say. Let's come back to the main event where it all started. Well, do you want to know how I started speaking English, and how I started believing that yes, the boy who couldn't speak in English can speak English if he tries, if he practice? Are you interested to know? Please type yes if you are interested to know, and let me know that you are there with me. This will give me some kind of motivation, by the way. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much once again, Kanaklala. Thank you so much, Sagarika, Tina, Ananya, Sagarika, Truvozati, sir. Manas, thank you so much. Then Be English Speaker Vlog. Again, Manas, Vipul, sir, thank you so much. Truvo, sir, thank you so much. All right. I'm getting yeses from Manas. Vipul Viswas, sir. Thank you so much, Vipul, sir. Let me see more yeses. Yes, Garima Golita, thank you so much. Tina, thank you so much for commenting. All right. So normally this happens that we get to know in our life that we are not good at something, but that doesn't mean we are bad, and that doesn't mean we cannot achieve that very thing. We are not good at something because we were never trained to do that. We are not good at something because we never understood the very necessity of that particular thing. We are not good at something because we were never in an environment where we could learn that very thing. Now, when you go and attend some of the cultural events, you can see there are guitarists, there are people singing, and I can tell that most of us, we cannot deny the fact that we love songs, we love when somebody is playing guitar. So this is something really cool, and this is something that we like, and we also feel like something, okay, I should also play guitar, or maybe I should also sing. But we cannot do so. The moment we realize that we were never trained, the moment we realize that we are never practicing, we cannot do at that very moment. And to learn that very skill of playing guitar, to learn that very skill, singing is also a skill, by the way, because if we practice, we will eventually earn it. So what we have to do is that we have to believe, we have to know that this is not our fault if we are not good at something. What we have to do is that we have to keep on practicing. Okay, now I'll be sharing my story. How I started. how I started, and I think you can relate this to your story as well, that how should we start speaking. All right. Okay. Thank you so much once again. Manas, thank you so much. Bipul sir, Garima Kolinda, thank you so much. Tina, thank you. Dhruvo Jyoti sir, thank you so much. Bipul sir, thank you so much. Kanak, thank you so much. All right. Now I'll be coming to the point which which is something, something that I called as my turning point, something where I changed my attitude towards speaking, my way of speaking, how I all started my journey. Because from the very beginning of the session itself, what I am telling is that it's been 1 year, it's been more than 1 year that I'm practice speaking. Okay. So it was the year 2020, and it was the year, I guess, it was the month of March when the COVID-19 pandemic hit India. It was during March that all the government institutes, including the universities and colleges, were shut down. Everything was in the process of lockdown. And at that time, at that time, I was studying my master's in Kokrajhar, and that was my last semester. And I felt really bad because I had so many plans to do in Kokrajhar, as that was my last semester of my master's, and I couldn't I couldn't execute the plans that I had because I had so many plans in my mind. But coming with the lockdown and Corona, I had to come home. So I just packed my bag, getting the notification from the from university board that there won't be any classes, and maybe there can be a vacation of more than 1 month, a Corona vacation to be precise. And I had to come home. And at that time, I just packed my bags and I came home. And coming at home, I had nothing to do. I was attending the online classes, and that too I didn't find much interesting, because I was not very much adapted to that online system. It was the starting of COVID-19, and I had this habit of attending offline classes, so I couldn't find it very interesting. So this way the lockdown was going on. 1 or 2 months passed, and I was doing nothing at home. Yeah, I was not even studying properly. So someday I'm studying, the other day I'm not. So everything was getting monotonous. Monotonous means something that we do with a repetition. Repeatedly we do something, and monotony is something that kills, because I believe variety is the spice of life, and we we find something very interesting when we find a variety. And when we are doing one thing regularly again and again, we don't get it exciting. So this was happening with me, and I felt really bad. So during this time when I am not feeling much motivated, and I had this idea in my mind that I cannot speak properly, I'm not a good speaker, how I started my journey. Yes, it is the main question. And let me tell you that I started my journey with the one phone call by my mentor, Monin Ali sir. My mentor called me over telephone, and he told me that the conversation was something like this, that, hey Sahil, uh, as you know that we have offline classes in our institute, which is getting close now, and because of the COVID-19 protocols, we cannot continue with our classes. So what I'm doing is that, so that the students can learn from their home, I'm bringing the course in an online format. And by the way, I'm feeling very motivated that I'm getting a student from Maharashtra. Yes, from Mumbai, a student was joining, and that thought, the joining of the student brought this, gave this idea to our mentor that he can do the course in an online format. And he asked me that you should also start, you should also enroll yourself to this course, because this is not a course, by the way, this is a complete transformation. This is a complete transformation package. Are you interested? Then he asked me. And at that time, I found something like that. This is the solution. This is something that I should do, because I was not feeling much motivated. I felt the necessity of speaking, and I knew that I am lacking in speaking with that very felicitation program, and also with the attending of the classes in my university. I felt that I cannot express properly. So the only solution was to learn speaking, how to speak. And at that time, I said, thinking all these events in my mind, I just said yes to my mentor. When you listen, that sir, yes, I want to enroll myself for the course and let's get started. And this is it. This is how I started my journey. This is how I started the journey of speaking. Because 1 year ago, if you give me this YouTube platform the way today I'm given, if you give me this YouTube platform to speak, addressing your audience, I cannot do it. I cannot even imagine to interact with the viewers. But today I am doing it only because of the journey that I took for the last 1 year, for the consistent effort that I am doing for the community of SSSEC English Mastery Online. Okay. I hope that you have understood. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for commenting, Sagarikata Subhajoti sir. All right. Now let me tell you. Okay. All right. Now I'm about to tell actually what was my routine, how I changed it from a person who cannot speak properly in English to someone who could speak and how to speak. So if you want to know the routine, what I followed, what I did, please type yes, so that I could know that you are there, you are watching, and I will be I will have to share. Thank you so much, Kanaklata. Thank you so much, Sagorika. Thank you so much, Shubha sir. Tina, thank you so much. Vipul sir, thank you so much. Gorima Golita, thank you so much. Manas, thank you so much. All right. Now, I'll be sharing what I did actually, the routine that I followed. All right. Thank you so much, Manas, for commenting. Thank you so much, Kanaklata. All right. Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much, people, sir. All right. Okay. Actually, the yeses are, kind of motivation. It gives me the energy actually that yes, this is something that, I should tell. This is something that I should, share. All right. Okay. So it was at that time that I joined this course, and how the course approached me. What are the things that I had to do being a member of this community called SSSEC English Mastery, being a student of this online course, what I have to do. Now, let me tell you. The course is really simple. What happened there is that what you have to do is that you will be given topics every day. You will be given topics. And on the given topics, what you have to do is that you have to record videos. You will be given topics, and on that particular topics you can search the topics on Google. You can give your own perspective on the topics, and what you have to do is that you have to speak by making a video, and you have to upload it on that very group. And when you upload that video, our mentor will inspect that very video. He will have a look, and he will tell on what are the areas that we have to work upon, what are the areas that we are lacking. So this is a kind of, what should I say? This is a kind of mechanism that was going on, that a topic is being given and we have to record a video and we have to send it in the group. And there were weekly sessions where feedbacks were given, where there was this live session in Zoom we were joining, and what we were doing is that we were given the feedback on weekly basis, that what are we doing. We were given motivation. So this is it. This was the routine that I followed, that I tried to record videos consistently on everyday basis. And if I have to speak about my first video, Actually, I didn't enjoy recording my first video because I was given the task to introduce myself. I had to record a video on my introduction. And there, actually, when I was recording the video, I felt really nervous. I was feeling shy. I was not even making eye contact to the lenses. I think most of us, we commit this mistake. And it was really pathetic. This is something that I don't want to remember, but still this is something that I should remember, because our bad times prove us, lead us to the, to our good times. It is because of that very moment that today I can come live and I can speak to you. So that was happening when I recorded my very first video. I felt really bad. I was feeling so nervous. I was feeling very less confident. And I have to give my gratitude. I have to tell that this community helped me a lot, because whenever I felt like not recording a video, I could see that my friends and other members, they're recording videos so consistently, and that also gives me a kind of boost that yes, I should go and I should record a video. So that is what we normally feel, that okay, let's just let's just grow together. Let's just bring this together, that okay, as a community we have to emerge, as a community we have to grow. So I will not make this session a lengthy one. And what I want to tell is that okay, uh, I want to tell about the surrounding that I got, the things that helped me to become a speaker. That's things that help me to become a beginner when it comes to speaking. Because as I'm already telling that I don't say it, or I don't demand that I'm a speaker or I'm a good speaker. But what I believe is that I'm a beginner and I have a lot of things to be learned, and I'm looking forward to learn from everyone. So to become a good speaker, what you have to do to become a good speaker, what are the things that you need to focus? First of all, most importantly, you have to find a mentorship program. You have to find someone who is better at speaking. You have to find someone who is more experienced in this field of speaking. That I found in my mentor, Munir Ali sir. And then again, you have to surround yourself with people who has this positive mindset. You have to surround yourself with people who are not negative, because when you take action, because when you try to learn speaking, when you try to practice speaking, you have to surround yourself with people who encourages you. You cannot go to the people who discourages you, who criticizes you. Because at the initial level, if you are getting criticism, at the initial level, if you are not getting the very encouragement, you would fail. You would fail to speak. And that happens to most of us. And we can see that most of the people, they give up just because of the negative surrounding that they get. So first of all, what we have to do is that we need someone who is more experienced in this field of speaking. We need someone who has this better knowledge of speaking, and that is to find a proper mentorship program that I found in my mentor Munir Ali sir. And then I surround myself with people who are positive, who gives me encouragement, and that is the community of SSSEC English Mastery Online. Because I found there my friends, and most of the members, they were so encouraging and they were so enthusiastic towards learning speaking. And that way I never felt that discouragement when it comes to speaking. And most importantly, you need to have a proper mindset. You have to believe in yourself that one day you can. You have to believe that the growth can be slow, but the growth is not impossible. You have to believe that yes, today I may not speak properly, today maybe I am failing, but if I maintain consistency, if I stay disciplined enough, one day i will be I will be speaking in front of a huge audience. I will be speaking in front of a larger audience, and I will become a good speaker. So this is it. This is what I believe, that we need to have a proper mindset. We need someone who is more experienced as a mentor, and we need a like-minded community. We need a positive surrounding where people appreciates us at the initial level. Later on, when you become a good speaker, you can go anywhere and you can tackle with the negative with the people who has this negative mindset. But at the initial level, it is better to have a surrounding of positive mindset people. All right. And I think this was my journey in brief. This is what I did actually. Thank you so much everyone for staying. Thank you so much everyone for watching. And once again, I am taking the name Kanaklata. Thank you so much for watching. Sagarika, thank you so much. Tina, thank you so much. Ananya Sauduri, thank you so much. Sagarika, once again, thank you. Trubhajoti sir, thank you so much. Manas, Saityanath, thank you so much. Bipul sir, thank you so much. Tapan Datta sir, thank you so much. Moromi, thank you so much. All right. Okay. Now, I will be coming to the questions actually. Now, you are free to ask me anything. You can ask me questions. If you have any query, if you want to ask me anything, you can just comment and I will try to answer your questions. And I can see there are already questions, and let me answer the questions one by one. All right. Thank you so much. One again, I can see question from Trubhajoti sir. I can see question from Wahidur Reza, and I can see question from Tina. Thank you so much for for your questions. And again, if you have more questions, you can ask. I will try to answer them. All right. Okay. The first question was from B English Speaker Vlog. Thank you so much, B English Speaker Vlog, for your question. And his question is that, sir, for say hard word in faster, what do we have to do? Please tell. Okay. So his question is that to speak hard word in faster, what we have to do. That means I guess B English Speaker Blog, he is asking about the pronunciation when it comes to hard word, like some of the words which are very hard to pronounce. How to pronounce it in a faster word, in a faster way. What you have to do. First of all, B English Speaker Blog. Let me tell you that yes, thank you so much for your question, and my answer would be, you don't have to speak faster to become a good speaker. All right. If you want to become a good speaker, that doesn't mean you are that you have to speak continuously in a fast manner, because who speaks faster, by the way. When we listen to the English rap songs, we can see the rappers, they're speaking so fast, they speak really fast. And I think that is a kind of they are releasing their frustration. They are they try to present their problems. And when it comes to speaking faster, you don't need to speak fast at the initial level. What you have to do, if I have to answer your question, I would say is that you could run only when you would learn to walk properly. First you try to walk properly, and when you can do your walking properly, then you try to run. All right. So we don't have to speak faster when it comes to become a good speaker, because if you ask me, I cannot even speak or say the hard words that you are saying, things which are words which are really hard to pronounce. I cannot do that very, very faster. So what I have to do is that, what you have to do is that, to become a good speaker, you try to take it slow and steady. Just try to focus on your thought or idea, whether it is being expressed by you or not. Once you can express your thought and idea in an effective manner, then you can go to the faster mode. But first, try to learn how to communicate properly, how to do it, how to do your speaking in a slow and steady mode. I think I have answered your question. Thank you so much. All right. Next, the next question I can see from Tina. All right. Okay. Yes, staying at home, I'm kind of lazy these days. I fail to maintain the consistency nowadays. I'm kind of confused what to do. I want to go to school, but because of the situation, I can. Okay, all right. This was not a kind of question, by the way. I thought it would be a question, but Tina is telling her situation. Yes, I completely agree to the statement that when we stay at our home, when we are staying at our home, as I was telling that I was also facing the same thing when I came back from my university, and I was following the same routine, and when we do one thing in a monotonous manner, we don't like it, because as I have already told that variety is the spice of life. So what you try to do, Tina, is that you try to bring some changes, bring some updates in your routine, try to do different things, and then I believe you will find it interesting. Okay. The next question I can see from Dhrubajyoti Bora sir. Sir, thank you so much for your question. How many times do you have to spend that time? Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much. I think sir is asking me the question that how many times do you have spent that time? At that time, how many times you have spent when it comes to recording a video? When it comes to try to practice speaking. So, sir, let me give my answer. Is that the time, if you try to measure your speaking or your growth in regard of time, so I would say is that it took nearly 1 year for me to gain the very confidence, or you could say less than 1 year, that I started to speak in April. I tried to, I started my speaking, and within December, I felt that I was gaining confidence. I felt like that I am doing it, my speaking. So, sir, when it comes to spend time in regard of recording videos or speaking, sir, what you try to do is that you just try to focus on the consistency. Just give your best every day, and I believe I took nearly 1 year, and I believe you won't take, maybe you won't take, maybe you will earn it less than in less than 6 months. That can happen, because we all have we are speaking is a journey, and we all start from somewhere, and we all are in different levels. But if you want to make ourselves better, what you have to do is that we have to focus on our consistency. We have to keep on practicing. And sir, I can see your videos, the way you are uploading, and I feel really good that I am a part of a community where we have members like you, and that really motivates me a lot. And so thank you so much. And I can see the way you are attending this session, the way you are commenting or asking questions. This is not very far where you will be a very good speaker, sir. Thank you so much. I hope I have answered your question, sir. Okay, the next question is from Wahidur Reza. Yes, without positive mindset, it is quite impossible to make good speaker in English. Okay, this is not a question, by the way. All right, thank you so much. Yes, I agree, and that's what I have said, Wahidur Reza. That without positive mindset, it is quite impossible. It is almost impossible to become a good speaker in English. Okay. Again, I have got another question from Drupajoti sir. I want to know that do you have any English speaking environment in your family or home? Okay, that's a good question, sir. Sadly, or if I have to speak honestly, in my home I don't have any English speaking environment at my family or home, because most of the family members of my family, most of the family members, they are not that much of educated, and most of them, they haven't even did higher education. So I have cousin and other family members who lives outside our family, who lives in far places. They speak good English, and sometimes if we meet, we try to speak in English. But when it comes to my environment of home, or when it comes to my family, no, I don't have any uh, English speaking environment in my family. But sir, let me tell you that I think you will also agree with my statement that we are a family in SSSEC English Mastery online. And if we consider it as our family, and I think we have to tell that yes, we have family where we speak, and where we are surrounded by people who have this like-minded people are there when it comes to speaking English. Thank you so much, sir, for your question. All right. Okay. Next question is from Tina Das. Thank you so much, Tina. I am really happy to hear your journey to success. Thank you so much. It is really inspiring. Now, sir, you are able to speak, you can express your feelings. So I am curious what your next goal. All right. Okay. Okay, that's a really good question, Tina. Thank you so much. Okay. Uh, as you can see, when it comes to express my thoughts and ideas, that thing I can do now. And earlier I failed to do it, and looking at this thing I can see, or I can say that I have crossed maybe the beginner phase, or maybe I can speak at least when it comes to speaking in English. So as I have completed completed the task when it comes to share my thoughts and ideas in an effective manner, so I can communicate now. I have achieved it in my journey. So what will be my next goal? So Tina, precisely if I have to speak is that fitness, when it comes to speaking English, English speaking is a long journey and there is no stoppage. As you can see, for example, you can take myself as a beginner when I started my journey as as an English speaker, and you can see me today. There are differences between the two. When I started and the person that I am today, there are differences. And again, if you can see, you can see our mentor who is on another level, who is a better speaker than me, who can speak fluently without any kind of hindrances. But there are more speakers like Praveen Wadalkar sir, share people who share the stage of TEDx, people who participates in the world champion of speaking. So a lot of things are there. So Tina, if I have to speak about, if I have to answer your question directly, what is my next goal? My next goal would be to give emphasis on my pronunciation. I would try to work upon my pronunciation, because when I speak I can see that there are a lot of mother tongue influence, because my mother tongue is Assamese, and I can see that there are a lot of, there is a lot of Assamese influence in my English, which is not a good, which is not a bad thing, by the way. But if I have to judge it on the scale of improvement, I have to reduce it. I have to try to become a better speaker. So my next goal is to give emphasis on my pronunciation, and at the same time I also want to work upon my what should I say? I want to by maintaining consistency, want to I want to focus on my spontaneity. That I want to be more spontaneous. Today I am doing this session. Maybe I haven't planned to speak anything. That whatever I'm speaking in front of you today, in front of this camera, I haven't planned it. This is coming automatically, and I think this is a part of spontaneity. I want to be more spontaneous so that I can become a good, become a better speaker. So my direct answer to your question is that I want to work upon my spontaneity, as well as I want to work upon my pronunciation, and there are a lot of things to be taken care of, and that we will see in the future. Thank you so much, Tina. This was a very good question from your side, and I hope I have answered your question. All right. Next question is from Manas. Manas, let me see his question. His question is I have a question that how to fulfill our commitment or promise, because sometimes I take commitment but eventually I am not able to fulfill it. So what should I do? All right. So Manas, he does commitments and he does a lot of promises, but sometimes he fails. So what should he do to fulfill his commitment and promises? So here in this scenario, Manas, I want to share one funny quotation that I have heard long back, by the way. And the quotation is something like, never make any promises when you are happy, and never make any decisions when you are angry. I don't know who said this, but this is something that I find funny, because most of the times we do it. that we make promises when we are happy and we make decisions when we are angry. We should never do that. So if you want to, fulfill your promises or commitments, Manas, what I want to tell you is that if you get upset by not completing your, commitment, and if you get upset by not completing your promises, you just try to make it less, try to make less commitments or less promises. Or if you want to, or if you don't want to compromise in your area of making promises or commitments, what you have to do is that you have to work more and try to work more. That means whatever you are doing is not adequate enough to fulfill your commitments and promises. So what you have to do is that you have to work more hard. And it is a good thing if you make promises and commitments, Manas, by the way, because sometimes what happens is that if we make one commitment to another person without having any preparation, suppose for example, I'm not mentally prepared and I haven't made any plans of recording 100 videos in maybe for say 2 months, in 60 days, for 2 months, in the coming 2 months. Let me tell that today here in this live session I make you this commitment that I will record 100 videos. If I'm not mentally prepared, and if I am not, if I haven't made any strategies, I will fail to achieve that goal. But if I want to trap myself, that I want to trap myself in regard of taking action, that I know if I want to make plans and I will fail to do that, I will announce it without any kind of what should I say, without any kind of preparation or strategies. I will directly tell in the live session that yes, I will record 100 videos in 60 days. And that is a kind of making a trap, making a trap for myself. And what I will do is that because I have made the commitment, then I will go to work. So both the things have positive and negative sides. That if you make commitment and promises and without any preparation, mental preparation or strategies, that you trap yourselves, and maybe that will make you a better version of yourself. But if you get sad, if you get disappointments by not completing the promises, you have to lessen your commitments or promises. That's what I want to tell. Thank you so much, Manas. I think I have answered your questions. Thank you so much. It was a good question from your side, Manas. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Next question is from again Manas sir. Thank you so much for another question. Sir, you have any worry when you first speak English? Yes, I have. I had a lot of worries actually, Dhruva sir. I had this feeling that people will laugh at me. I had this worry that I will be mocked by people. That people, I will be an object. I'll be an object where people will be making fun of me. People would make joke on me. But I had no other options. And you should also know that if you think, if you are worried that people will laugh at you, you will be criticized. That's not because of being a good speaker. You have to remember that it is only you who can improve yourselves, who can upgrade yourself. So what you have to do is that you have to know that this is a level that I have to cross. So when you start speaking, yeah, you should know, you should focus on the area that yes, maybe I'm great, maybe people may laugh at me, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because eventually when you will become a good speaker, you will be the one laughing at the other people, and you will be the one that would say that yes, I can speak today and I'm a speaker. And yes, if I have to answer your question directly, when I first started speaking English, I had a lot of worries, and that is why I joined this community, where I got people who don't laugh at me. I got people who encourages me, appreciates me for my tries, for my consistency. Thank you so much, sir. How to, Tapan Datta sir, how to become a good English speaker? Sir, I have already answered this in my session. If you go through the session once again, you would find the answer. I joined the community, how I surround myself with good environment, how I had this mindset, positive mindset, and how I took action of recording videos every day consistently, and how I choose someone who is better at speaking than me, how I choose someone who has this experience in regard of speaking, and that is the mentor Moinul sir. Sir, this is, if you want to become a good speaker, you have to find one mentor. You have to surround yourself with, people with positive mindset, and again, you have to take action. So thank you so much. I think I have answered your question. Okay, next question is from Wahidur Reza sir. I would like to give you a translation which I can translate. If you give permission, I shall send the question. Sir, I would like to give you a translation which I can't translate into English. If you give me the permission, okay. So Wahidur, okay, all right. So translation can be done, but remember, when it comes to become a good speaker, translation doesn't come here. Don't go, just try to avoid the very technique of translation, because this is a mistake. This is a mistake that we commit here in this context, when because the issue, or the topic of translation has come. Let me tell you that we should never try to translate when it comes to speaking in English, because if we are having a conversation, we should interact, we should have conversation in English without translating anything. Because maybe I am speaking, for example, maybe you are speaking someone who is taking an interview of you. So if he asks you a question in English, that what is your hobby, you cannot think it in your mother tongue, you cannot think it in Assamese, that my hobby is to ride a bicycle. That you cannot think, oh, motorcycle চলাই ভাল পাওঁ, okay, তেনেহলে এটা এটা কাম কৰো, মই ইংলিছত এটো ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰি চাও কি হয়, oh, I love to ride a bicycle. So this way it will never work, because how we speak, how we try to speak, how we become speaker, how we have learned our mother tongue, we were never given, we were never on the process of translation. Yes, translation is important, and that is another context. But when it comes to speaking, from our very childhood, when we were infant, when we were babies, we just tried to imitate what our parents were saying, what our elders were saying, whatever we saw in our surrounding. So that way you have to see, that way you have to look at your mentors, that way you have to look the people who are speaking in English, and that way you have to imitate, and that way you can become a good speaker. So translation you shouldn't do. Okay, all right. If you still if you want to send, you can send it. I have no problem with it, but try to avoid Wahidur Reza. Try to avoid when it comes to become a good speaker, and translation will not help. Okay, thank you so much. Next question is from Kanakalata. Sir, I have a question, that how did your experience when you speak English in front of people for the first time? Okay, that's a good question. All right. All right. Sir, I have a question, that how did your experience, what was your experience actually, when I speak in front of people for the first time? Okay. So as you already know, we have our center at Sorbuk, our head office, and that is SAED Solution Private Limited. That is there in Sorbuk. And when the lockdown was in the process of unlock, and I was getting my training under Moinul Ali sir, I was recording videos in our WhatsApp group. I was taking actions consistently, and there during the process of unlock, after maybe 3 or 4 months, we were invited for the offline class, and I went there in the offline class, and there I got the very opportunity to address myself in front of an audience. It was not a huge audience, by the way. It was, maybe the audience consists of less than 20 members. We were there, and all were the students and the teachers of our center, SAED Solution Private Limited. And there I spoke for the first time, and even today also I have that video with me, and I feel really good, I feel really great whenever I see that video, because I was addressing myself in front of an audience, and that was the best feeling. Let me tell you, today maybe you are a beginner, today maybe you are learning the skill of communication, but once you acquire it, once you gain the confidence, when you will be getting outside addressing the people, speaking in English, you will feel the very, what should I say, the very energy in you. You will feel really great, and that is a next level feeling, let me tell you. And again, here in this context, I want to add a few more points. After that, I went to Panbari. I was facing a huge audience. Maybe audience consists of 200 people. There were students, teachers, parents, all of them. And in front of 200 people also, I spoke, taking a mic, and I felt really good. And these are the experiences that we cannot express through our words. And I hope I will be getting more experiences like that, and I hope we all will be getting experiences like that. All the best to all of you. Thank you so much. Now let me see the next question. All right. um, Shubhatri sir, next question. Sir, do you have facing any bad situation in English speaking? Sir, when it comes to bad situation, yes, not people are not positive all the time. You will not get very good welcome. You will not get an welcoming environment by older people. Maybe there will be someone whom you consider yourself, someone to be very close to you, will mock at you. That person might be hostile to you at times, and you have to accept it, because what you have to do is that you have to improve yourself. And when it comes to facing a bad situation, when it comes to speaking, I haven't had any bad situation, because what I did is that I always surrounded myself with good people. I tried to speak whenever it comes to people who appreciates me. So this is what I did. And even if I face any bad situation, I don't think I should care, because what happens is that it is I, or it is me who will be a speaker if I give emphasis, if I keep on practicing. And others have very less consequence upon it. People may say bad words to me. I may face a bad situation, but because of one bad situation, I cannot deny all the good situations that I have faced. So, sir, what we have to do is that we have to know that life is not fair all the time, and we have to focus on the things, on the good things only. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Next question is from Brojan Das, sir. Brojan Das, sir, and what he has commented is that, sir, what should we do to increase vocabulary knowledge? Okay, that's a really good question, Brojan Das, sir. Sir, what should we do to increase vocabulary knowledge? Please reply, sir. Okay. To increase our vocabulary, I think we can read newspapers, because what happens is that when we try to open the newspaper, we get to see whatever is happening surrounding ourselves. It is the time of Tokyo Olympics. If we go to the sports section, we will see everything related to sports, and we can see Lovelina Borgohain. She is the proud of Assam, and we feel really proud for her, for whatever she has achieved or acquired. And we will get to see this kind of articles written on her. And if we try to read it, we will get to relate it, that yes, she has earned it, she has owned it. And we'll get to understand English also, and that way we will get so many new words. So in this way we can increase our vocabulary. So our vocabulary can be increased by reading newspaper. And we can also read novels, fictions, some fictions that we like, anything, maybe any genre. You may love the genre of thriller. You may love the genre of love. Maybe you may love fantasy. You may love anything, drama, or anything you would like. You can go for it. You can go for reading novels also. If you try to do that, definitely you will be increasing your vocabulary. But reading newspaper is one of the most important aspects. If you read newspaper, definitely that is going to help you. So thank you so much. I hope I have answered your question. All right. So I think this is the last question, and it is by Trubozoti sir. Yes. How can we have our vocabulary part? How can we have our vocabulary part is more strong? Okay, that means, sir, you want to know, how to increase our vocabulary, and I think I have answered this question already. That, sir, you can make the very habit of reading newspaper. And let me give you the example. You can read the Assam Tribune, or you can make the habit of reading the Sentinel, because these are the newspapers that focuses in our state, and we will get to know whatever is happening in our state. we'll get to know about Northeast, we'll get to about our country, India, about the whole world we'll get to know. And most importantly, when we will be reading about ourselves in the newspaper written in English, and I think that will help us. It will help us to become, that will help us to increase our vocabulary that way. So vocabulary is something that we should give emphasis, but most importantly, the main motto is to express ourselves. And when it comes to express ourselves, we have to know that whatever we are thinking, whether we were being able to utter it through our mouth or not. Because when you are hungry, even a small kid just cries and he communicates that he is hungry, and we get to know. And that thing we also have to do in English, that whatever you're thinking, whatever our ideas are, when it comes to speaking to a person, when it comes to addressing a public, we have to know that whatever we are trying to deliver, we have to deliver it through our words. And if we are successful to do that, congratulations to us. That means we are a good speaker. We are becoming a good speaker. Thank you so much. And before ending this session here, I would like to thank once again everyone, those who have joined. Sir, thank you so much for joining here in this live session. Once again, I am reading out the names. Kanaklada, thank you so much. Sagorika Das, thank you so much. Tina Das, thank you so much. Ananya Chaudhary, thank you so much. Dhrubajyoti sir, thank you so much. Manas, thank you. Saitana, thank you. Bipul Biswas sir, thank you so much. Garima Balita, thank you so much. Sagarika, thank you so much. Tapan Datta sir, thank you so much. And Wahidur Raza, thank you so much. Tina, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining here in this live. Vinod Nath sir has asked a question. But Rosary sir, thank you so much, sir. So thank you so much for your questions, and thank you so much for joining the session with full enthusiasm. I really appreciate your efforts, sir. All right. Okay, Vinod Nath, I'm getting a question. Sir, I have a question. When I want to say something, lack of vocabulary, I cannot say what I want to say. Yeah, it happens actually. It happens. It happens to most of us. It happened with me, because if we don't have the adequate vocabulary, how can we speak in English? How can we express our thought and idea? So what we have to do is that, just let me give you one example. Okay, suppose, have you ever read an Assamese fiction, an Assamese novel? অসমীয়াৰ উপন্যাসবিলাক আপোনালোকে পঢ়িছে ন? যেতিয়া আমি এখন উপন্যাস পঢ়ো, তেতিয়া কি হয়, আমি নতুন নতুন কিছুমান শব্দ পাওঁ, আৰু কিছুমান শব্দৰ অৰ্থ আমি হয়তো জানো বা নাজানো। কিছুমান টান যেন লাগে, পিছত যদি আমি চাওঁ শব্দটো ভালকে চালি জাৰি গম পাওঁ যে এইটো দেখোন ইজি ৱৰ্ড। চ' যদি অসমীয়া ভাষাত এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে, ইংলিছত কিয় হ'ব নোৱাৰে? Why cannot it happen in English? Because in English also we get so many new words, but there is always a way, there is always one way through which we can express our thoughts and ideas. And if we are having severe problem with vocabulary, what you have to do is that you have to try to learn, and you can learn it by reading the books, by reading novels, by reading newspaper. So Vinod Nath, sir, what I want to tell you is that you just try to read newspaper, you try to read books. You can read the books of class 9 to 10 also, because those books will also help you to understand. Those books will also help you to build a strong vocabulary. You can go for novels also. Anything you would like to do. You can read online articles. Anything you would love to do. But it will increase your vocabulary, and eventually, when it comes to speaking, you will get to use it. What you have to do is that you have to practice, and that way you can do. And when it comes to মই অসমীয়াৰ এক্সাম্পলটো মই এই কাৰণে দিলোঁ, কাৰণ আমি যেতিয়া অসমীয়া কথা কওঁ, আমি নাভাবোঁ, একো নাভাবা নিচিন্তাকে আমি কৈ দিওঁ, কিন্তু আমাৰ থট, আমাৰ যিখিনি চিন্তাধাৰা, সেইখিনি আমাৰ মুখৰ দ্বাৰা প্ৰকাশ হৈয়ে যায়, নহয়নে বাৰু? সব বস্তুবিলাক আমি নাজানোতো ন, গোটেই ভোকাবুলাৰীবিলাক আমাৰ অসমীয়াৰো ইমান ষ্ট্ৰং নহয়, যদিহে আমি ভালকে এইবিলাক অধ্যয়ন কৰা নাই। কিন্তু ইংলিছতো সেই তেনেকুৱাই, সব বস্তু we cannot know every word, every vocabulary, but what you have to do is that we have to learn the very basic things, and I think it will help you. And this is not a big problem, Tapan Datta sir, this is not a very big issue. just try to learn, try to take action, and eventually you will become a good speaker. And my best wishes to you. And you can connect me. I am there on in social media also, in WhatsApp also. You can get me. You just try to connect me. If you find any problem, I would be really happy to give you, solutions when it comes to vocabulary. And for now, what I want to suggest you is that if you want to increase your vocabulary, you try to read newspaper, you try to read the books in English. Thank you so much, sir. All right, Rubajoti sir, I think today's class is useful. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. This is for the first time that I'm coming here live on YouTube, and the way you guys have responded, I'm really stunned. I am really happy. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Means a lot. And Manas, thank you so much for your beautiful lesson. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Manas. I really appreciate, and thank you so much for watching so patiently. Thank you so much. I really liked it. And before ending up this session, here I just want to share one short thing. This was my journey in brief, what I did, and I will try to come live more if I get the opportunity. And again, I'll be really happy to interact with you guys. Okay, so the last thing I would like to share, here in this live session is that when it comes to learn a skill, we also try to see. When it comes to learn a skill, we also try to see whether that very skill is helping us to earn money or not. And let me tell you, the skill of speaking has helped me. The skill of speaking has helped me to earn money also. Here with this very short incident of 2 minutes, I will be ending up this session here today. So one day I was just sitting at my home. It was before this the coming of lockdown. I just got a sudden phone call from my mentor, and what he's telling is that, Sahil, are you free? And I said, sir, yes, I'm doing nothing, sir. I'm just sitting at home. And what he said is that, okay, Sahil, you have to go to a place named Kolgasia. You have to go there, and there you have to give one session on speaking. You just hurry up. You don't have enough time. In 30 minutes, you have to reach there. So what I did is that I just, dressed myself, and I just went there, and I spoke there for 1 hour. And just because of giving sessions there, I got 500 rupees. See, I am not just comparing my skill or speaking in regard of money, but this is something really beautiful, because speaking will give you an identity. Speaking will give you a very confidence. Speaking will give you the very boost in your personality, when it comes to require your when you require your confidence. And at the same time, it can also give you money also. It can solve your problem of monetary aspects. Or if you need money, speaking can also help you to earn money. And I have earned money by speaking for only 1 hour, and I got 500 rupees. And no, this is something that I never imagined that I could do by speaking only for by practice speaking only for 1 year. Because the way I went there, spoke for 1 hour, and getting 500 rupees, it was only possible because of the journey that I took in SSSEC English Mastery Online, because of the perfect mentorship program of Monil Ali sir. Without these things, this could have never been possible. And of course, it was my efforts that made me. So if you give your efforts, you can become very good speaker. You cannot touch the sky. You can do anything. You can make the impossible possible. Only if you give, only if you keep on trying, only if you keep on maintaining consistency. So, sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I am concluding my live session here. Once again, thank you so much, all the viewers. I really liked and I really enjoyed the session. I hope we can meet you. I hope I can meet you very soon. So with the hope that we will be meeting very soon, this is Shahil Hussain signing off. Until we meet again.